Hey, family and friends. It is January 19th. It's been a couple weeks since the last update. It's kind of a big one. Scenery's a little bit different. It's almost like we're higher. Well, that's right. We have access to the inside of the house again. And it is interesting. Let's turn this around and let's walk through what's going on. Okay, so first off, yeah, we are really high up here. So here's the deck. There's some temporary sheathing they put down so they could work on the siding. But let's do a little tour inside to see what's going on. So obviously, the house was lifted. What does that mean? It means some doors don't work as well as they should. The other thing is, see all those little black dots? Those are all flies. We have a ton of flies in here. But in general, everything's looking good. Not a lot of cracks on the roof. This door to our pantry is, it doesn't really open further than that. So there'll be some door trimmings that happen. But the contractors, they put in some temporary stairs over here so that we could get access. And first thing we did was to run in here and see how the inside was doing. So I have to say, the view of the lifted house is something else. You know, we can survey most of our land and the neighbor's land behind us. So I can't wait for that deck to get done. Let me move over to another window. All right, here we are with a view from another window. This is our master bedroom. So this is the window that we're able to look out. And this is east facing, so this is where the sunrise happens. And so we have a nice, beautiful sunrise view. I'll see if I wake up tomorrow early enough to catch it. Tomorrow is the electrician's visit. So I'm going to talk to him about what needs to happen. And in the interim, you see those two long extension cords? There's one and there's the other one. There and there. I'm running those through our vent register because our HVAC's not set up yet. And that's hitting some oil heaters, which are running at the lowest settings to provide some warmth because it is cold in the Pacific Northwest this weekend. I think it's going to be below freezing tonight. So we'll see how long I last tonight. These little oil lamp heaters do a good job. Let's go downstairs and look around. There's been a lot that's been happening. All right, so as we walk down the stairs, there are a lot of steps. This is definitely high. But it's pretty cool having access to the steps. So staircase all the way up to the front door. Okay, so some of the differences between the last update is we have some man doors put in right here. Another one in the back. We have the windows that were added in. There and there. Third man door there. So we still don't have the garage doors. Those will be one of the last things that happen. I think last time this beam had been replaced. I can't remember if it was or not, but that beam's been replaced now. So that's a glue lam beam, so it's structurally rated to span that whole distance. The other things that they've done, this was the old entrance, one of the old entrances. So if we come around here and look, so that entrance, I've mentioned in the past, will get filled in. So it's a nice flat wall. And so one of the things that they've done is they've gone through and framed it up so that they could start putting the new floorboards, the OSB on top once they're ready for that. But they've replaced these beams. So the old beams used to stop about here, or the floor joists, I mean. And so they've replaced those with full span joists, which is cool. They've also, so some of our low voltage wiring hanging down. Plumbing, that should be taken care of here soon too. But the other thing that they've been working on, so now we're at the back of the house. We actually have some siding. They're putting on some hardy plank, some trim, some nice cedar paneling trim around the windows and doors. So this side of the house looks great. You could start to tell what is it going to end up looking like once it's all done. So they've been hard at work doing all these things. But still a lot more to do, as you can see. And so ultimately what we've decided is to go ahead and re-side the whole house, because the previous owners, they didn't use cedar wood for their window frames. And so they're all rotting. And we have like the hose bibs and the old power outlets and stuff like that. And all those will, like, that's not valuable to me. And so they'll end up redoing all the siding so that it's up to code and done well for our environment. You know, they'll be replacing the Tyvek with the tar paper because that holds up better here. But progress is definitely being made, definitely executing faster now. So can't wait. You know, I'm going to try to spend the night in the house tonight. We'll see how that goes. But until we get power and water, it's really difficult to spend the night here. In the middle of the night, if I have to go to the restroom, all the way down there to the porta potty. So that's not fun for the family. But we are, again, very pleased with the progress that's being made. You know, it's getting closer and closer to completion. So we can really start to see how things will turn out once it's done. Don't know about all those flies inside though. That'll be quite a lot of vacuuming, but it'll be super amazing when everything's put back together and we can start using this like normal. But just a gorgeous day in the Pacific Northwest, which translates to in the winter, if it's gorgeous, that means it's super cold. The clouds aren't keeping the warmth in. So it's going to be a very cold night, but we're meeting with the electrician bright and early tomorrow, so I figured I'd come down here and try to spend the night here. See if we can make it work. All right, so I figured I'd show you some of the damage that happened because when you lift a house, things move. So you see this seam here. There's definitely been some movement because the paint's peeled away. Let's see, in this room, not much else. This room, we had some water damage issues, so there's some of that is because things were weakened. But over here in the master bedroom, we can also see some other very minor damage. So if you see above me, you see the cracks there along that seam. And so that goes the whole span of this ceiling. So here's the other side. Weep, all the way back there. So, yep, some minor damage. But to be honest, we didn't know what to expect, so we expected the worst. And right now it's looking significantly better than that. So that's awesome. There is one little secret alcove I want to show you guys. Let me go up there. All right, so this is my daughter's room. She's up in the attic. But when they remodeled this, or when the previous owners fixed this up, they left this little cool secret nook area. So if we crawl through here and come over here, she will have the best view in the house. So there's the deck. So we are one story up from the deck. So she'll be able to see all the deer, elk, any sort of wild animals that are coming out here. And then you can see the tree farm behind us. Our neighbors own a tree farm. And so that's all behind. So her little secret nook is going to be the prime wildlife viewing location. Very cool. Well, until next time, see you everyone.